To make fresh, homemade lasagna noodles, all you need are 2 simple ingredients: some flour and eggs. Mix in the food processor for about 15 to 20 seconds or so until the dough forms into a ball. Sometimes you'll see these little crumbly bits around the base of your food processor, but eventually it will look like this. Now you're gonna smush it together with your hands, cover with a bowl, 5 minutes or so just to relax the gluten. This step will make the dough so much easier to knead. Now we're gonna knead that dough. Get in there with your hands, just move it around. There's no real technique to this. Push it forward, rock it back and forth. The cool thing about using a food processor is that it does most of the kneading for you. So just get in there, 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry about technique. And it's actually kind of fun. Although I do make this questionable face as I go along. But the end goal is really simple. It's just a smooth, soft, supple dough. Cover the dough and let it rest for 30 minutes to an hour. While the dough is resting, flour your entire work surface. So that's your sheet pan, your pasta machine, your cutting board, whatever surface you're using to deal with the dough. Cut the dough into 4 equal pieces. And make sure to cover the pieces that you're not using because the pasta dough will dry out. Flatten the dough into a disc. You can even use a rolling pin to get the exact thickness that you want. The idea is that the dough is thin enough to go through your pasta machine. Now send the dough through your pasta machine on the widest setting. The exact setting number is going to be different for everyone depending on what type of pasta machine you're using. So just refer to the instructions that came with your machine. I like to roll the dough 2 times on each setting. If at any point the dough starts to get sticky or tacky in some spots, just sprinkle it with a little bit of semolina flour to prevent sticking. That is the beautiful dough that you're looking for. You want a pasta sheet that's super thin, slightly translucent, and you should be able to see your hand underneath as you continue to gently guide the dough through the pasta machine. The very last step is to cut our beautiful pasta sheet into lasagna noodles. So you can start out by trimming off the ends, and then you're gonna cut the lasagna sheet to fit the dimensions of your baking pan. You could cut it in half, you could cut it into thirds. It all depends on the size of the pan that you're using. I'm gonna cut mine in half here. Place the lasagna noodles onto a parchment-lined sheet pan. You wanna do this in a single layer. They shouldn't be touching. Sprinkle the top with some semolina flour, and then make sure to cover with another layer of parchment paper so they don't dry out. You're done.